Wild Wings? Did he have a DoorDash order come in? Welcome to Wrestle Capsule. I'm your host, V. Today, we're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw. Before Finn actually got an opportunity to really let out everything he's feeling, ex-con Dom Dom and Mammy comes out to kind of, that's family business. Don't be airing out our dirty laundry. And I like that because it's showing that Judgment Day are trying to save face. I mean, we have all these other stables that are kind of crumbling, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about it. And throughout Raw, we're seeing the development of Finn and Damian and them really trying to get on the same page, but it still seems a little iffy. I know I'm jumping ahead, but even though Finn Balor and Damian Priest did squash the beef, I know this is gonna come right back up. It's gonna circle back around. Eventually, Finn and Damian are really going to have it out against each other. They're just letting it sizzle. They're letting it simmer until it can just explode. The fact that Seth freaking Rollins came out to interrupt Rhea Ripley and Dom Dom, him coming out with a platter of chicken wings at me cackling. Just out there chilling. He is our World Heavyweight Champion. Did he stop by Buffalo Wild Wings? Did he have a DoorDash order come in? He was straight chill with it. Funny because this is how they set up this whole Seth freaking Rollins versus Dominik Mysterio match that ended up not even happening. Freaking Judgment Day attacked Seth freaking Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn came out to have Seth Rollins back, and then that turned into a freaking 6-man tag team match for the main event of Raw. Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle teaming up, it's kind of it's grown on me just as long as it's temporary, because I see it. We all see it. Let's be everyone with two eyes that work properly. That Drew McIntyre is going to go up against our current Intercontinental Champion, the reigning Gunther for SummerSlam. That goes without saying. We already know that's gonna happen. So getting him involved and have him team up with Matt Riddle is genius, because Matt Riddle has been having issues with Imperium. So it just makes sense storyline wise to get Drew McIntyre back in the picture. Gunther getting pissed off at Giovanni Vinci, as well as Ludwig Kaiser getting pissed off, giving him the stank eye, and Giovanni just standing there like, what the frick did I do? Granted, yes, he did get claymored by Drew McIntyre while Matt Riddle had freaking Ludwig Kaiser in an ankle lock. I mean, Ludwig was getting ankled, so, I mean, if anything, Gunther should be mad at both of them, but you could just gonna be pissed off at Giovanni? Are they teasing a breakup of Imperium? I hope not. It makes me think about all the other teams that come to mind that are also having issues. You have the Bloodline having issues, you have Judgment Day having issues, you have Damage Control having issues, and now you want to bring up Imperium. I'm just like, what is going on? Ricochet having his face-to-face with Logan Paul after Money in the Bank. We got an opportunity to see Ricochet finally just take a hold of the mic. I love how he was advocating for himself, and it took a while for the crowd to get behind him, but they definitely did. When you have the Ricochet being face to face with someone like Logan Paul, who the crowd can't stand, and they love to say, Logan sucks, Logan sucks. Make the fans cheer for Ricochet instead of Logan. So that was a smart move. It's insane that it took WWE this long to allow Ricochet to shine like this. And like I said, what better way to allow Ricochet to shine than to put him up against a heel that it's so easy to hate. It's so easy to hate Logan Paul, and they have similar styles of wrestling. And I just feel like this is definitely a star match that is going to happen at SummerSlam. All they have to do is make this junk official. Logan Paul talking trash on his podcast about Ricochet and then calling him unprofessional. Like, this dude called Ricochet unprofessional multiple times in his promo. and calling him a reckless amateur, just coming at Ricochet's neck. And Ricochet was not just gonna stand there like he was finna pop off. I love what they're developing here. And then when he did that flip out the ring, it was giving me vibes of Velveteen Dream and Ricochet. Oh my goodness, you guys, oh my goodness. Velveteen could have pissed his pants. You know what's interesting to me? This little video package that they had for Indus-Sher, Jinder Mahal, talking about Indus-Sher. And it's like they were reintroducing Indus-Sher to us, even though they have been on the main roster for a little bit now and haven't done much with them except squash matches. So I'm just like, wait, like what? Why? What is the timing on this? What plans do you have for Indus-Sher? They should have been dominating and going up against top tag teams on the Raw roster already. Like, what is going on here? Like, we don't need to have these squash matches with these random tag teams that we don't know their names to. Like, WWE needs to pick it up. Becky Lynch and Zoey Stark, they had their one-on-one match because, you know, Trish Stratus is unable to compete because, you know, her face is broken and she's wearing that ugly mask. Considering how Becky Lynch got cleared only a few hours prior to Monday Night Raw, I feel like she did a darn good job. But I'm sorry, Zoey Stark was doing the dang thing. It was a good match. Both women were competitive for obvious reasons. I know Becky was like, I wish I could have got my hands on Trish because Trish was interfering. And because of the help of Trish, Zoey was able to pick up the W. We all know this whole Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch thing is not over. I'm wondering when the games are gonna stop and Trish and Becky are gonna go back at it again instead of Trish just pushing Zoey Stark up to do her dirty work. And when is Becky Lynch going to have someone have her back? Like, Trish has Zoey. Who does Becky have? It's weird because Trish is supposed to be the heel. Becky Lynch is supposed to be the face. You'd think there would be other faces who would have Becky's back. Now, I did say before that I freaking wanted Indy Hartwell to have her back or something. And the only reason why I said that is because it just made sense with the Zoey Stark and Indy Hartwell, the history that they had back in NXT. But WWE is not going to do that. I mean, we've already seen Indy Hartwell back, and she was, I forgot what match she was in, but she was in a match tag teaming with Candice LeRae. I think it was it about a week ago when they teamed up. I think it was for the women's tag team gauntlet match. And we saw that. So, I mean, Indy Hartwell's back. She's with Candice, even though they freaking lost. It was a quick. But anyway, you could be using Indy Hartwell so much better. Like, put her in there with freaking, like, it makes so much sense. I don't get why WWE doesn't see that. They're building Zoey Stark with the help of Trish Stratus. Why don't you build Indy Hartwell with Becky Lynch? She ain't, like, Indy ain't doing nothing. Why don't you put her with Becky? Like, it just makes sense to me. Sometimes I think the brain don't be braining in WWE creative. I don't know why I was so mad about this, but the Viking Raiders ruining Maxxine Dupri's graduation from Alpha Academy really pissed me off. And then on top of that, Valhalla taking Maxine's new leather jacket. Like, she just got that. But they just freaked it up. I was just like, come on, man. Don't be ruining good moments. So this still gonna continue this beef between these two teams. I'm here for it. Hopefully Maxxine gets her jacket back. Now, the randomness of the Shayna Baszler and Emma match is uncanny. Now, WWE, they showed the backstage segment of Emma trying to get under Shayna's good graces and about, you know, beating up Ronda Rousey, and Shayna being like, sis, you random. Why don't you and me have a match? And I'll show you what I'm gonna do to Ronda. Shayna's on a whole nother level right now. She ready to go. All she see is red. This match, the Shayna and Emma match, like the only purpose of this was just to set up for Ronda Rousey to come out and for Ronda and Shayna to scrap a little bit, to do a little tussle. Cody trying to finish this junk. Like, Brock has been a thorn in Cody Rhodes' booty cheeks. And at SummerSlam, Cody wants to have a rubber match against Brock Lesnar to end it all. The final match between Cody and Brock, because I'm over it. I've been over it, but I'm really over it now. Like, the sneak attacks are entertaining, but this whole thing, I just want Cody to be able to move on from Brock. Am I the only one who didn't really care about the Tommaso Ciampa and Miz match? Like, I like Tommaso Ciampa. I tolerate the Miz. Bronson Reed coming out to aid the Miz to win. Now, I don't know about y'all, maybe I'm calculating things correctly, but this is a first W in a long time for the Miz. Miz has been losing consistently. I don't know if the Miz slipped Bronson Reed a couple thousand. Like, I don't know. This, come on. Like, this is not the first time that Bronson Reed has helped the Miz win. And hopefully, since the Miz did win the match and how he won, cheating, we'll get another match between Ciampa and Miz, and hopefully Tommaso Ciampa will be the one to end this feud and move on with his life and not have to worry about the Miz no more. Side note, I cannot wait until Johnny Gargano comes back, because I read and saw and heard through the grapevine that he's not injured anymore. He's healed up, and now WWE is trying to figure out where to put him in. So hopefully this whole Miz thing will be done for Ciampa, and then Ciampa and Gargano can have their little storyline thing going on. Now this tag team match with Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville versus freaking Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. I wouldn't classify it as a squash match, but it smelled like it, just a little bit. It was very close to being a squash match, which is insane. Now, granted, Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville did cheat. Y'all, like, all I gotta say is Katana Chance and Kaden Carter are way better than this. I honestly do not want to see Chelsea and Sonya get these tag team belts, but I feel like that's what WWE is trying to do, and I guess this is how WWE wants it. I mean, it's very entertaining. It's just this is what we do with the women's tag team belts. Now I know I'm going to give WWE their credit. They're trying to add value back to this belt. It's very hard to do. I can see it. We can see the effort of them trying to build the women's tag team division, even if that means them clumping together singles competitors and making tag teams out of it. I've been saying this for months, but at least they trying, right? The fact that Judgment Day won their match against KO, Sami Zayn, and Seth freaking Rollins is crazy. I wasn't expecting that. The expected, predictable choice would have been, of course, to have KO, Sami, and Seth win. I mean, after all, Sami and KO are our current undisputed tag team champions, and Seth freaking Rollins is our current world heavyweight champion. You would think, the champions will win. No! I like the angle, because Judgment Day, they are solidifying. They're trying to prove to the WWE universe and to, honestly, the Raw roster that they are still a unit, that they are still unified, that there ain't no breaking away, there's no disintegration, that Finn Balor and Damian Priest really have squashed the beef and they're on one accord. Are they really on one accord? Let's be real. Like, this is just for the time being, but I like it. I like what they're doing. I mean, you even got Finn Balor and Damian Priest giving each other a hug after the big W. So I wonder if it's going to be Finn to kind of reignite the fire, Or is Damian gonna do something to piss Finn off or what? I don't know, but I look forward to it. So guys, let me know what you thought about Monday Night Raw. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more episodes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Signing off. Bye.